Hello, everybody. Good morning. I had my microphone off. I hope everybody can hear me okay. Okay, I'm back. So, technical difficulties. Um, I hope everybody's New Year's has gone by good. And so, internet issues already. um, so, I'd like to say hi to everybody real quick. Hi, Deborah, Melody, Gail, Tia. Okay. Uh, Tina, Jill, Lizzie, good morning. I hope you don't have a hangover. Um, and then Susan Z, uh, Kara, principal painter. Patty. Good morning, everybody. And Sue. So happy New Year. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Can everybody hear me? Okay. So we're doing clay today. I got a guest coming in. So are you ready? Here we go. Hi, Tia.
Billy, I'm sitting here talking to you. I'm having a ball laughing at you. And you can't even hear me. Good morning. Ooh, Billy, I did not make it last night to our New Year's. I don't drink a lot, and I've been drinking a lot. And I get real sleepy when I drink. So off to bed she went. And then I heard all this gunshots. Like, people, I don't understand why people shoot guns at the New Year. The bullets have to come back down. Like, yeah. So,
Yeah.
lots of shooting. Hi, everyone. How are you? Hi, Lizzie. Lizzie messaged me hours before she went live. She'd already started drinking. I was about to take bets on whether she was going to make it or not.
So did you already do your Skinner blend?
No, I did. I was going to do them last night, and I started drinking. So here we go.
Okay, so
Blame it
I
on
started.
Lizzie.
I did get a little head start this morning. Work did call and they said not to come in. It's slow, so we have lots of time this morning.
That's awesome. Why couldn't they say that yesterday?
I know. A day late, huh?
Yeah, day late. All right, so you have. It looks like you went with pretty colors, which I knew you would, and so I picked colors that I don't find like I would be able to put in anything anyway. When you online shopping and you see colors, and I'm like, oh, and this and this and this.
Those look good.
So I know more now than I did when we first left class, and I know I wouldn't use these colors in anything. So I'm gonna let your project stand out. But it looks like your first one. How many colors do you have there?
I got 3 colors with white in each one.
Okay, so we're gonna do a light one and we're gonna do a dark one. Is that what?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. 3 colors, and you said a half a block each.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Half a block, Skinner blend. Billy, you know what I was wondering the other day? Because I've never heard you talk about it. Do you watch TV?
Sometimes, yeah.
You do?
Sometimes.
What do you watch when you watch TV?
Well, when I'm doing my diamond painting or clay, I don't watch TV because it's behind me.
Oh, okay.
But sometimes I'll have CNN on and I'll listen to it.
That's why you don't talk about what you've watched on TV. You don't have anybody to share those stories with. Nobody wants to hear the CNN story. Like, all right, Billy, I'll talk to you later. It was fun, and then you brought up CNN.
But sometimes I'll watch like the ghost stories and forensic files, and
those are good. Forensic files. I used to like that.
Ghost hunting and all that stuff.
Not really fond of ghost hunting. My mom used to live with a ghost, and you go in the house. You could be sitting there. Everybody that's there could be in the same room together on a sofa. And we look up and we see the things the ghosts are doing. So, it's like, I'm about to move.
Yeah.
I can't come for a visit. And then they named the ghost. So they would be like walking through the living room, go sit down. The cup would move mysteriously to a new spot or something. And they'd be like, oh, Harvey at it again. They called him Harvey. He had his own name. Something come up missing. I wouldn't get too mad. Harvey doesn't like it when we complain. They would say things like that. I mean, Harvey. Who's Harvey? He don't like it when you complain.
Yeah.
That's the ghost. We don't bother him, and he leaves us alone. I'm like, oh my God, I can't come back. I can't come for a visit. So.
Okay, I'm just gonna go back and say hi to everybody that's coming in. See, who did I miss? Hi, Deanne. How was your New Year's? Deanna, Shalene, good morning. Let's see, Danielle. How's everybody's New Year's Eve and New Year's Day? See, hi, Melody. Yeah, I think we got everybody.
So what do you have planned big in the new year?
In the New Year's, well, I stopped doing New Year's resolutions because I just forget about them the next day.
Oh my
But
goodness.
I'm going to try to get back to be my organized self. I kind of relaxed on it through the pandemic. Kind of got lazy on it. Just stuff like, because my bills and stuff. I put everything into a binder.
Mhm.
And I do my budget on Excel spreadsheets, and that's how I pay my bills every 2 weeks. And when I get my bills in the mail, they go in a binder, and then when they get paid, I put the paid receipt with them, and it's just stuff like that. Just filing everything.
Good.
And I just not have done it at all.
Maybe an effort on my part as well to try and save big.
Yeah, that's another big one too. Get a savings again, because I had a savings until COVID hit, and I had to use it because I was off of work.
Oh, you did tell me about that.
Yeah, I was only working maybe 1 or 2 days a week for like a month and a half.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Have they talked to you? Will they supplement, or no? That's just because of business and COVID.
Yeah, well, when I was not working, when I was only working 1 or 2 days a week, I did get unemployment.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good then.
So
Did you
for the
get
days,
extra? Did you get the extra, the additional 600, or no? Because you had
yes, yes,
All right, well, that's good. That's good, and it's good to know that they did look out. My brother works in a casino, and my brother was one of the ones that day one was done, and then not all casinos have opened back up. His
yeah,
is the 1/3 that has opened back up, but he was luckily able to collect unemployment immediately, and he got the immediate extra, COVID funding as well.
yeah.
Yeah, so that
It did
helped.
help.
Yep, it helped out a lot. He didn't have to impact his savings too much, but my sister-in-law, she's a teacher, and unfortunately, in the summer months, they are normally on unemployment, and so she unfortunately was delayed in getting her unemployment. But at least she'll still, she was able to return to work and things.
Yeah.
So how's your roommate feeling? She doing better?
Oh yeah, she's been back to work for a week or two.
Okay, that's good. And your other roommate, did he ever get sick, or he was able
No,
to? Okay, good.
we both stayed positive. All three of us stayed in our room basically. Yeah. Good morning, Robert.
My mom's not my mom, my dad's sister, the one that got COVID, got diagnosed Christmas Eve and told us Christmas evening.
Mm-hmm.
She came home from the hospital, and my uncle, her husband, he's still in, but he's not on a respirator or anything, and they're hoping to release him today or tomorrow. Long
Yeah.
as he keeps, improving, and his vitals, they remain improved, he'll get to come home. So I tried to, anybody know of a cleaning service? I've been trying to help out, but I live on the West Coast and she lives back home in Ohio. And I don't know how it's hard for her to get up and clean because she's, trying to get over it also. She still hasn't tested negative to be considered recovered, but she's
Yeah.
got to clean and disinfect so that he can come home, and she's having a hard time, energy wise, being able to do that. That's the unfortunate part,
Yeah.
when you're striking down. My aunt, she's 65, and so she got to retain her energy and things. But I've been looking online. If anyone has suggestions on, like, services that might be able to go into the home and help with cleaning, I've been trying to pay for as much stuff as I can from here. I got her meals and stuff lined up to arrive. All she has to do is, go to the door and pick those up, so she doesn't have to worry about trying to cook and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Deborah. Deborah. Danielle's here. Yeah. Hi, Danielle.
And Robin.
Besides, whatchamacallit, Billy, your Clay, what else are you doing in the new year? And obviously getting back to your planning. Did you get the Christmas presents I sent you?
On my email?
Yeah, on your email.
Yes, I did. And thank you very, very much.
All right. Just was wondering. I spoke to Marissa. Need to do a check-in on Marissa today.
Yeah.
I seen her note though. All right, so I'm gonna skin her blend these. Is this a good color combination?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Wait. Let me see those colors again.
This is a green, an orange, and a yellow.
Are you using Primo?
Nope, this is Sculpey 3.
Okay. Put the green on the other side of the yellow.
Okay. Like this?
Yeah. Perfect.
All right, and then for my other colors, you said dark, so I was going to do a gray, a blue, and white.
Yes.
Almost like yours.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. So where should the white go in the middle, or?
I would put it probably on the outside by the blue. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what is this that we're making? What's it going to be?
We're going to do a geo, whatever you call it.
Those like geometric designs. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you done it before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm trying
So,
to get better.
I've been pasting on my, I've been posting on my Facebook group the ones I've been doing, because I'm doing the, I'm going to do a time lapse video of the 5 different clays that I've got that are they're mostly seen in the stores. So I got this one. This one's the cheap clay, the Fimo. So here we see
Ooh.
this one. And then this is the Arteza.
How do you like it?
It's a little oily, but it's okay. I like the colors. The colors are really vibrant.
Okay.
And then this is my Primo.
I'm scared to work with. I don't want to mess my Primo up. That looks gorgeous. So, and I have a ton of Primo. All of my Primo start coming in. I have 2 packages that I'm still waiting. And I'm scared to, mess up with it. I want to have something down to a science when I use it, because it's a nice feel to it.
Then here's the Kato.
You like Kato?
It's very, very stiff.
I don't think I would like it. I got arthritis.
really started to cramp my fingers because it's really crumbly when you start working with it at first, but it does soften up towards the end. But when I was doing my jelly rolls, it was crumbling a lot, and I was like, okay, this is not going to work. And I just kept going, and it actually worked out pretty good. But it's really stiff, much more than Primo. But it did work out pretty good. It didn't distort as much as the Fimo. And then my next one I'm doing is going to be the Sculpey 3. That's probably going to be later today. And then I'm going to time lapse everything and put everything together and talk about, a little of each.
I can't wait to see that. That's probably one of your more anticipated videos. I saw that you had your unboxings numbered. That would be cool to see also.
Yeah. Tina asked if I reorganized my room. No, I didn't. My last 3 days off, I was just a little bit lazy and really didn't want to do it because it's going to take me all day from morning to evening. So I think I'm going to do it next week. So I have 3 days off next week, and it should be slow this weekend at work. So
Am I doing this right?
yes.
Interesting. Okay. Making sure.
You using your thickest setting?
Yep, the thickest setting.
Huh?
So I'll put down on 1 for me.
So you're going to blend it until you like your blend. There's no set how many times you put it through. Just stop when you like the colors.
Should there be 3, 4? How many blended colors should I anticipate?
Now your white's going to probably mix in with the 2 colors on each side a little bit. So it's all up to you on how you want your colors to come through.
Okay.
Hi, Dreamer. How's your holiday? How's your New Year's?
All right. So once you put these together, what are you doing with them? Are you
Hi,
making
Brandy.
brochures? I mean, not brochures, brooches.
What's that?
I said once you put your pieces together, what are you doing with them? Are you making pins? You making brooches?
Well, my canes are square. So I'm going to make a sheet out of them, and I'm going to wrap them in a pin, and I'm going to do matching cover minders.
Okay. That's a great idea.
And what else I can come up? I don't know. I'm not sure yet.
I have souffle, and souffle is like it's I guess they say it could be leather-like or suede-like.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to try to do like keychains, leather, like wristlets, change purses, things like that. What do you think?
Yeah. And some of my kits, I got some of the stuff right here for like, I'm going to send these to you. They're like bracelets where you can put your clay in right
Ooh,
here.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, so stuff like that is what I was thinking of.
The earrings, accessories, and
Yeah,
clips for brooches.
yeah, that's what I want to do. And so
And then I got some of these big brooches stuff. I'm going to send these to you. So I'm going to get them out in the mail probably on Monday.
oh my goodness, this is so hard. Did you get that meme that I sent you of you dancing as dressed up like Santa?
The one,
Oh, I thought that was so funny.
the one that Crashly did on her.
Oh no, that one was funny also. This,
I saw that. I was at work and I just started laughing my ass off.
Did you see the one with Mindy in it? Oh, I was like, crash and when Mindy got up out of that rocking chair, I was like, oh, Mindy, go beat her. That one was hilarious. That girl is so crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, those are so cute. They're so funny.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like those a lot. I'm going to have to do that next year. Figure a way to get everybody. She did a good job. Got our pictures off of our channels and our pages and things. That was a good idea. I was able to pick everybody out. I was like, that's such and such. So that was fun also.
Yeah, some of them I couldn't recognize.
It took me a minute for Mindy because she had that granny gray hair wig that she put over her. And then Care Bear was in one with Donnie. And so I was like, is that Donnie? And it took me a minute to guess. And I said, yeah, that's Donnie. So, yeah, you're right. It took a minute on a couple of them. But it was so fun to see. This one right here. This is not, I can't believe this is Sculpey. It took forever to just soften it enough. I'm over here. I'm working out my arthritis.
Yeah. Now I found out with Sculpey to not make it so soft when you're working with it.
Okay.
Not to condition a whole lot like Primo.
Okay.
Just a little bit less. Leave it stiff.
See, that's the video that I need. Something that says, how do we work with the clay that you have? So
yeah,
you're doing
that's
that.
yeah. That's what I found with my Fimo, the cheaper clay, because it is real soft, like Sculpey 3.
I have a few Fimos. I have the regular, I have the Fimo soft, and the 2 bars of Fimo professional, but I just never used them.
Yeah, and I just found out not to condition it as much.
Okay.
Because when you're working with it, it will soften up quite a bit.
Here's one that I want you to try. And I think you're going to be surprised by the results. I was. Have you tried Craft Smart by Michaels?
No, I've seen that.
I think you should try it. I like it a lot.
Oh, yeah?
It gets the softness that you want out of Sculpey 3. But it it conditions quick, and it doesn't distort. So I used it with Sculpey. I tried to mix the colors to keep the Sculpey from, because sometimes it just washes out. I get so much emotion that I just have to let it go. Let it go.
Hi, Jerry. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm still here. We're just chit-chatting with Tia.
I'm working. I'm slower than Billy. I told him I was slower than him.
That's okay. We got lots of time. Work called and, said not to come in. So I was like, yes. See, if I would have went to bed at my usual time last night, I would have had to work. Since I went to bed early last night, they called and said not to come in.
I hate when that happens. You go ahead on to sleep in. I have.
Mm-hmm.
Are you cooking anything special today, Billy?
No, I don't have anything in the fridge to cook. So I may just have to go to the store and get some groceries.
Is it crazy still there? Are you guys still on that 3-week lockdown, or have they opened back up? What's going on there?
No, we just have a stay at home order.
Okay.
But no one's staying at home. Everybody's still out and about. They did limit the number of customers in the store.
You guys back to standing in line to get in?
Yeah.
That's how it was here.
That started about just before Christmas, I think. They started that.
Wow. Is your toilet paper shelves still stocked, or they back empty?
I don't know. I never checked.
Yeah, that's I think the measurement of how bad it is. The worse, the least toilet paper is available.
Yeah, well, before everything started back in, I think it was February,
Mhm.
I went to Costco and I got the big package of toilet paper, and it lasted me throughout the whole pandemic.
There you go.
So
That's
I
good.
never had to go sit in line for toilet paper.
I still am trying to figure that one out.
Yeah,
I never understood why that's what we out of. This what we doing. This is where the worry is. Like,
yeah,
and I told somebody, I think it was my cousin who lives in Ohio. I was like, man, look at the lines to get toilet paper. Meanwhile, the towels and wash racks are over there and the shelves. They lonely. Nobody's buying them. Nobody's thinking, let me just get in the shower. So I hope we don't head back to that, but that's the measurement, I think. If you see
yeah,
the shelves getting low, you know it's getting bad again.
yeah. Jerry says her milk shelves are empty. When I went to Walmart the other when was it? A couple days ago, there was no milk either. I thought it was pretty late at night because I went after work just before they closed, because they closed at 11. So I got there about 10 or 10:30, and I ran in to get some creamer and some milk, and there was 1/2 gallon left. So I grabbed it because I don't drink the regular milk. I drink the lactose-free milk.
Okay. I'm not sure what that's about either.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Lazy ask, are the stores open in the U.S.? Yeah, they're still open, at least out here in California. Everybody's still out and about like nothing's going on.
It's a new strain, but
It's here in San Diego.
is it? I know. I heard it was
Yep.
in California. I have a friend that lives in Denver, Colorado, just outside of Denver, Colorado, and she told me it's there.
Yep, a 30-year-old has it, and he didn't do any traveling outside the U.S.
Um,
So
yeah. I didn't like the last strain, so I definitely don't want. Is this one airborne? Are they trying to say it's airborne?
the new strain,
Yeah.
it's more contagious. Not any worse. They're just saying it's more contagious.
More. Okay. All right. So I'm going to Skinner blend these, and I'm almost where you are.
I was gonna say, what in the hell are you doing?
I'm holding you up with fashion and style. Doing it with flair.
I see.
Trying. This is why I was going to do it last night, just so that I wouldn't hold you up, because I know I'm slower than you and crashed. But I'm sorry. It's all Lizzie's fault. All right. And you said put the white on the outside. Okay. Okay. All right. So, any traditions that we're going to do or revisit coming into 2021?
Any traditions?
Yeah, traditions.
No,
Nothing you're going to get back.
no.
I am going to try my hardest to every day go for a walk.
I get a lot of exercise at work, so.
Yeah, we saw you playing with your hose last night.
I wanted to join you all, but I had to work, so I was like, okay, so I just do it while I work.
You whistled while you worked. That was excellent. We thought it was a great idea. And that was pretty neat. Give us some insight also.
What's that?
I said it was pretty neat to give us a little bit of insight, like on what you do.
Oh, what I do?
Yeah, that was neat.
Yeah. I can't film while I'm loading because we're not supposed to be on our phones because the static electricity.
Yeah, we don't want you to spontaneously combust.
Right.
All right, I hope this comes out. Whew. I'm working hard over here, Billy. I've never worked with this much clay.
Oh, yeah?
No, I usually use, if I use a one slice, I might use like a half of, like I'll use a half of one brick. So hopefully this means it'll come out nice. What's up, Billy, with the Skinner blend? What are we jelly rolling it, or oh you?
Yes. Are you almost done? Are you still going?
I'm almost done. I am still going. Because I'm trying to get a cute color to come out of this. But jelly roll, yeah, I'm good at that. All right, I think I have. Almost got a little. How you feel me?
Okay. So while you're doing yours, I just started on one of mine. So I still have one more to do. So did you get your colors?
Yeah, wow, yours is gonna be wide.
Yeah. Well, I trim it down too. So
Okay. That helps out.
yeah.
That's like, oh, that's gonna be wide. But if you trim it down, we'll probably end up right at the same.
Because I like to see what my colors are when I do the jelly roll. See?
I see. Look at that. What did you roll it out on?
I start with the thickest, and I go to see my thickest is number 1, and I'll take it down to number between 5 and 6.
Definitely do it.
Got that one too thin.
You can reduce. You're good at that. Looking good. Oh, yeah, thank you. All right.
Yeah, see how thick yours are?
Yeah.
If you cut them into 2-inch slices, it won't be as thick.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's why you go so thick.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
This is the most clay I've worked with. This is gonna make a lot. I hope these colors work really nice together. Like I said, I usually do a lot less because I'm trying to see if the colors blended well. And then if they blend well, the thought process is that I can maybe perfect this and eventually move over to my, that's always the thought process, to move to Primo. But I haven't worked with it besides just seeing how well it feels when you condition it and kind of touch it.
I'm going to check on chat. Hi, Brian. Good morning.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, J-Rob.
Hi, honey bunny.
Hi, Kitty.
Are you doing any shopping today?
Am I doing any shopping?
Yeah, are you all done shopping? You got all your supplies?
Pretty much. I'm just going to start buying my Primo on the website that I found. The poly clay play.
Yeah, I have that favorite. I have an order from them coming in.
Because they're right here in Texas.
Oh, they are here? That's pretty close. How
Yeah.
quick? I placed an order, I think, I want to say Sunday or Monday. So we'll see.
So I stopped wasting my time going into Hobby Lobby and Joann's to find Primo because they've been out for over a month.
Yeah, they've been out, completely out. And then on line, like everyone's like, what's going on? Why is clay so hard to find? You have a source.
Yeah.
You use that source because they're like desperate online. They're like, don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, I was also checking out their Sculpey's website, and I was thinking about doing to be a distributor.
That's a good idea. Let me know.
But your first order has to be $500 minimum.
You should have come to me because I think I've already spent $200 with them. I got a couple of tiaras, Christmas gifts from there also.
Yeah.
She wanted to make her own jewelry and she wanted to crochet like some festive stuff because for the new year she wanted to, you want to look good. People start to be able to see her again. So I got her 2 jewelry making kits. And she got crochet needles and yarn. Billy, she's set. Go back to crafting for me.
I did start illuminating too.
Robert Eisen started also. He got a machine. How's that working?
I made a scarf and hat for my roommate for Christmas.
You never showed that to me. You did tell me you were going to do it, but I never seen it.
I did it in one of my videos.
I'll have to go back and watch. Did she scream?
She likes it.
Oh, I bet. All right. Is this good enough, thin enough, or one more route? This is on 5.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And you did the light side inside, or what side should I?
One of them you're going to start from the darkest to the lightest. The other one you're going to start from the lightest to the darkest.
Okay, this one I will go from the darkest to the lightest. I want the. Let's see. What do I want on that? What do you think should be on the outside? Because they both light to me. Green or orange?
I would put the orange on the out. The
I'm gonna have the gray on the outside. On the other one. So
on the other one, I would put the white on the outside. So put the orange on the outside of this one.
okay. Here we go. Wish me luck, guys. Starting my jelly roll. Have you guys ever saw a jelly roll start? Okay, so you just roll this up a little. And you're trying to start a curl, but the key is to not have any air bubbles as you're starting the curl. That's really the difficult part. So I always try and press down, make sure holes are out. Go. Okay, here we go. I do tend to stretch a little because I don't want it too thick. Also, as I'm rolling, and I try and keep the ends pressed. Is that right, Billy?
That's right.
Do you ever stretch a little as you're rolling?
No. I just roll it. I push it as I roll, and I squeeze in the sides.
Yeah.
Because I end up trimming it off anyways.
That's because you work with so much clay.
I got big hands. Can't do the small stuff.
That's true. Definitely, that's a good point that you make there.
Hi, Marilyn B.
Big hands.
Let's see, my smallest one is this one. This was a pain in the butt.
Wow. But it's uniform. That's what I struggle with. That's why I try to to keep my lines straight.
Yeah.
So as I'm forming the design, the lines are all that matters sometimes. All right. Coming up on orange on the outside.
Okay, my computer keeps going off.
Is it freezing or what's it doing?
Just losing connection. I need to call and get it upgraded.
What do you have right now?
I have Cox.
Do you have like their panoramic or what you looking at?
Yeah, I just have the panoramic. They have the Giga, the Giga.
Gigablast? Yeah, that's what I
Yeah, Giga Blast. I called on it a few months ago because I was having issues. Yes, very nice. And they said the modem that we had was messing up, putting out errors. And for me to get the Gigablast, it needed an upgrade anyway. So they sent me a new one.
Okay.
So they said they couldn't give me a pricing until I had the new one installed because, I guess I never called back and got a pricing on it. So
We was at Walmart one day, and some guy goes up to my son, man, do you like gaming? Are you a gamer? Have you tried? And he named some game that requires, like, I guess, top of the line internet. And I hear, Mom, come here. I'm like, what'd I do? I go over to see what happened. He's trying to get him to upgrade. I'm like, you gotta learn how to walk. You got to learn how to keep walking. Long story short, it did help though, because we were paying like $160 something, and he was like that he could get us in their panoramic Gigablast Wi-Fi for the same amount. He set it up, set the order up, and then when we went to go home to do what he said, there wasn't a hiccup or anything. They just had to, I think they redid the order and took credit for it is what I think. That's what
yeah.
But the price, it did lower by, I don't know, about $20. And then we got way faster internet for $20 less. And it wasn't a coupon. The guy online was like, we won't be able to get the coupon. So that's why I think he reset the order up under his own name and took credit for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were supposed to get a coupon, and then at the end of some set number of months, then it would go back to the price we were already paying.
Yeah.
Which is probably the $20 less one.
Yeah. I don't think I paid too much. I paid like $202 a month, and I get all the movie channels. We have internet, phone. So.
Yeah, I normally will, like, a lot of people, they go to Crash to talk about their technology. Gotta make sure I'm getting the best for what I pay. So. Do you do any gaming, Billy?
Do I do any gaming? I used to. I have a PlayStation 4.
Okay, PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
What was your favorite game?
I did a lot of the military games. I can't remember the ones I burned through them too fast.
You like the shoot 'em ups or like the
Yeah, where you go through different missions and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. I just go through them too fast. And at $60-$80 a piece, it gets expensive.
That is definitely true. I bought my son the last game I actually paid cash for. I bought him a game. It came to 72 something before taxes, shipping and something like that. And he beat that game within 2 or 3 hours of getting it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to sign up for a membership or something like that. I'm not gonna be able to do the individual stuff.
Yeah, I'll play football. What's the other one? Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, he plays that.
Hitman. Hitman's fun.
Yeah, I've seen that one also. You ever been to one of these gaming parties?
No.
Don't go. You'll be in there actually acting like they at a real party.
Good morning, good afternoon, Butt Lazy Crafts.
Hi, Butt Lazy. How are you? All right. You said white should be on the outside for this one, right?
Yeah.
All right, almost done.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi,
Yep, the gang's all here.
Time to have a ball. Okay. Everybody's starting their temperature blanket today. Will you be joining?
What's that?
Will you be joining the temperature blanket?
No.
Not gonna do any crocheting, huh?
No. I did get some yarn to make a blanket though on my loom. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm still trying to piece it together in my head. I got these two colors.
That's cute. You gonna throw another contrast in there?
No.
Just those two colors? Okay.
Well, this is going to be the main color, and this is going to be the border.
Oh, okay. Well, I understand that now then.
Just haven't gotten around to it.
You gonna do a Loom video so we can see how it works, or
Yeah, I'll maybe record it. Do a whip and chat.
just to see how it works? I don't have a Loom. I watched a couple of videos, but the video that I watched, the lady is using like a metal one. It's like an old-fashioned Loom. And
J-Rob said you should do a temperature clay project.
one color a day. That's a lot of colors.
Yeah.
You're blending them. That's 365. Oh, that would be a lot. Just sitting here trying to think about all the blending one color into the next. Whew.
Hi, Odd.
Do you have an extruder?
Yes, I do.
Do you have the kind where the handle twists, or the one where you push?
A twist.
Okay. I just ordered one. I got one for Elster. Elster. And it was perfect until I used it. Holy cow. The one you push is only meant for people like Jason Momoa. I was sitting there like this, pushing. I was like putting my feet against the wall, trying to like pull. A lot. It's just live clay. It's not even baked clay. You know, I'm like, wow, I had to check and make sure. And it was sculpting. So I can't imagine putting Fimo or anything into an extruder. I was working out, was sweating. I lost 2.5 pounds, Billy, in 12 minutes.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how much it was. It was expensive.
Yeah, I'm going to get a twist one, so.
But I got a lot of these discs with it for the different sizes.
Okay.
I mean, a couple stacks of them, so
Can't wait to see you dance.
wasn't too bad, I guess. J. Rob says the temperature could be just the average temp of the week. And in California, you probably would only have 5 to 7 colors.
True.
Yeah.
All right. We are done. 2 jelly rolls.
There you go. Now you want to make your ends, make your ends kind of smooth. Like this.
Ooh, look
Because
at
we're going to
you.
cut these.
Okay. Wow. I'm working like the big dogs. Look how big this is. It's like on the YouTube videos.
Are both of yours the same size?
That's what I'm doing now, about to make them the same size. What's your next step? Uh-oh, look at Billy.
We're gonna cut them in half.
Oh, so I need a lot more. Okay.
You want both of your rolls the same size.
All right, same size, and then cut them in half.
We're gonna cut them in half long ways like this.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you clarified that also. The long ways.
Everybody in the house is getting up.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, so any other plans for today?
There is the kickoff. It's Blingy in the New Year. J Rob's doing that this evening. Her channel. She has a couple special guests. And after that, what did I think we were going to go and see the lights before they take them down. We have a cactus garden here in town, and they decorate the cactus garden. We haven't been up there. Kind of. We went and drove around to see lights.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people, you couldn't tell it was a pandemic. They didn't have electric bills and things. These lights was on point this year still. Like, wow. My brother, his favorite saying is, I wonder what their light bill looks like.
Yeah.
So we had quite a few people that we were still trying to figure out, what does their light bill look like? We were guessing. We got up in the $1,500 a month range for some of these places. Just a bill I would never see.
Now on yours, if you can cut them in half like that, or you can lay them down like this and cut them in half also.
Which way would distort the least?
Probably like this.
The sideways one? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As Billy said. So here it goes.
See, mine are pretty thick, so I cut them the other way, so they don't really distort at all. But when I do my smaller ones, I cut them like how you're cutting them.
Yeah, I'm always hot. So my stuff here is always, like, I'm always putting the air on when I play with clay because it's just hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be 59, might get up to 60, but they're saying 59. See how it distorted?
Yeah.
I'll try from the top on the other one. Okay. Because this is a learning lesson. And let's see. It's distorted.
Rock your knife back and forth. Rock it.
Let
There
me
you
show
go.
you when I rock, it's dancing. Oh, goodness. It's just the temperature. There we go. All right, well, that ended up going better than the first one.
That's all right. It's still going to turn out really, really good.
I always work on the lines, so I believe that I'm going to keep the lines. Make sure I keep these lines.
Yeah. Okay, so now you're going to take one of each roll, half of each roll,
Okay, half of each roll.
and you're gonna line them up together, like how I have mine.
Okay. Hold on, let me clean this one up a little bit. Dang, yeah, clean it up this way. There we go. I like this better. All right. How you have yours?
Now we're gonna slice it like this. We need 6 pieces. I put them like this because we're gonna pull them apart and we're gonna put them back together. So when I do it individually, they're different sizes. So I learned to put them together like this, so all my cuts are exactly the same on both rolls.
Okay.
So I cut it in half, and I do 2 cuts on each side of the halfway mark. I try to get them evenly as possible.
And 2 cups on each side. I think I need what you have, the tissue blade with the decoration on the end. Man, it's just hot. Like I'm cutting into. That's not working well. All right, I'm gonna try to at least just get it better. 2 more on each side.
Yeah.
I think I have more control using this smaller one. One. And then 2. That's a little bit better.
Now, when you cut them, you want to keep them in order that you cut them from,
Okay.
but you don't push them back together.
All right.
Just keep them in the order that you cut them.
All right. But don't put them back together. 2, 3.
You can lay them out in a row in the order that you cut them too. It might be a little bit easier. So you have one piece that's real thick.
All right.
So we should have 6 pieces.
6 pieces. Okay, here we go on this one. Now, after the 6 pieces are cut, what's the next step?
We're gonna go every other one and we're gonna swap them like this.
That's you, Billy. That's gonna be cute. I probably need a mat like yours.
I got this off of Amazon. This is the one that Crashly links in her videos.
Okay, I have to get that one. I bought one off of Amazon. It was little as it be.
It's glass.
Oh, I don't like it. I don't even use it anymore.
This one's glass and it's got those rubber feet on the bottom, so it doesn't slide at all.
Oh, I That's what I need, something that doesn't slide.
Yeah, it's real
Okay.
nice.
And you switched every other one.
Yep. Okay, now we're gonna put them we're gonna put them back together
Here it goes.
the way we took them apart, like this.
This is fun. Get it to look like it's supposed to. That's why I need to go into carving.
And if there's one that comes up short, just stretch it out.
Okay.
See how this one came up a little bit short?
Okay, I see.
So I just take it and I'll stretch it.
I'm an orange color.
So now you got a half roll again. You're gonna do it for both.
All right, I see what you're saying.
And if the one is longer, don't worry about it because you're gonna just cut it off anyways.
Okay.
That's gonna look pretty cool.
Yes, it is. Look at you. All right.
I got that galaxy blue that Crashly just loves.
Yeah, she said that's her favorite.
Yeah, I've seen that on the website. I ordered like 3 or 4 of them because it is nice. It's a nice color.
I have some, but again, that's a part of the presidential stash. I haven't touched the presidential stash. I'm waiting until I can perfect these techniques. I like this. You guys can see.
Yeah.
There's one half. So what's the next step after I get these all pieced together? And then
We're gonna take the other 2 halves.
do the same thing.
With your roller. While you piece yours together, I'm going to run and get a cup of coffee.
Am I holding you with the roller? We're going to just disappear. There's no gray on this one.
I'll think about it.
Come on, is it really going?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's one that was in cars and stuff over there. Let's go.
Okay, I'm back.
Piece of coffee. All right.
Hi, Marilyn.
Hi, Marilyn.
J. Rob says she's drooling over the colors.
Over the coffee. I bet it's over the coffee. All right.
Hi, Lisa Bradley.
This is the best I'm going to do.
Then we got both Lisas in the house. We got how many Marilyns? There's Marilyn Marilyn M, Marilyn B.
What's next?
Okay, what's next?
Yeah, what's next? What is next?
Okay, so you're gonna take your other two halves.
The other two halves.
You're gonna set those aside.
Okay, these two.
Okay, so you can just gonna grab one. Okay, one of them we're going to flatten half of it out, and we're gonna roll it back. So you're gonna pick which one to kind of re-roll on itself.
Let me see what you mean. When you
Okay, so I want to see my colors are really, really nice. I don't know which one I'm going to do. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to do this one. So I'm just going to take my roller, go right in the middle, and I'm going to push down and roll out.
Okay.
So it flattens out half of it. Like that. Now I may do it just a couple times just so it's not real thick. So I have half is still kind of on the roll and the other half is like flat.
Okay.
Okay, lift your roller up. I'm gonna tell you something. Put your roller put your clay halfway on your roller in the middle. No, down more. Down more. The other way. The other way.
Oh,
Put your clay halfway on your roller. There you go. So you
Yeah.
can push down on both sides of your roller with both hands.
I was doing that. I was doing it the opposite way. I was
Yeah.
pushing away from myself.
Oh, okay.
So I see.
And you had your clay at one end a little far, so you're not giving good leverage on both ends.
Okay. Good leverage on both ends,
Yeah.
like this, right? So that this is the same.
I would start in the middle again and just go a little bit harder, push down a little bit harder, and roll towards you. There you go. Yeah. So now you're going to take this and you're going to roll it up.
I just did all that rolling for nothing. Take that in and I'll roll it up. Okay.
You're going to make it into a jelly roll again, like this. If your ends come out like this, at the end, we're just going to cut that little tab off. So if you see, this is my cane that I made. So this part that we're doing now is this green and blue white part right here.
Oh, okay.
That's what we're doing now. That part.
All right. Gorgeous. Okay.
So I have it like this.
You rolled it all the way back up.
Yep.
So it doesn't look like a roll, but I guess when I tuck the ends off.
It's all going to smush together. So if you got gaps, they will close up.
Okay. the end cut off. Is that good?
Yep, perfect. Roll it a little bit more, like your seam. You want it closed.
Close the seam. White coming over?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right, is that good? Seam closed?
Mm-hmm. Now you're going to set that aside,
Setting it to the side.
and you're going to take your other one and do the same thing, but we're not going to roll it.
Okay. No shoulder roll.
See how I have my clay in the middle of my roller? I just put my hands, it gives you the more leverage, and you just push down and roll slowly. But this one's not going to be as big.
Is that good?
Make yours a little bit longer, just a little bit. Roll it just a little bit, yeah, a little bit more, and yeah, because you're gonna have to stretch it over one of these and this one. So if it's not long enough, we can adjust it when we put them together. Okay, looks good. So now you're gonna take one of your multicolored ones.
I'm sorry. I had to clean my surface. It's distorting a little. One of the multicolored ones.
Okay, now you're gonna put the cut side away from you. Okay? You're gonna take the one you just flattened.
Yeah. The one I just flattened.
And you're gonna pretty much see how I have mine overlapped a little bit because I made mine a little too long.
Yeah.
You're not gonna push it together. You're just gonna lay it up there. So kind of this edge is kind of just a little bit out from this side because we're gonna peel this one back a little bit like this. Just as long as your tail goes to the edge over here on your left side. But on your multicolored one, put the flat side away from you.
Oh, wait.
Look.
This is the flat side.
Okay, hold it like this because this is how it's a little easier.
Yeah.
Now put this one up like this.
Like this.
Okay, a little bit more. Little time. There you go. A little bit less. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. There you go. Just like that. Now, does your flap go all the way around?
No, I gotta make it so it goes all the way around.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you mean now.
So I'm going to cut mine off.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. How's this?
Bring it a little bit more.
Bring it up.
Yeah. A little bit more. Keep going. Just a little bit. There you go. Right, just like that.
Okay.
Because your flap goes all the way around to the other side.
Yeah. Flap was going all the way around.
Okay. So now we're going to peel this one back a little bit. I'm going to set it aside because we have to do one more thing to our jelly roll.
Okay. One more thing.
Okay, so I take the wider part of the color and I'm going to flatten it. This side's going to stay rounded. This side's going to have a point.
Okay.
So you're going to take half and just smush it with your fingers a little bit. So it's almost like a teardrop. Okay. Make it a little bit a little bit pointier, like this. There you go. Smush it.
You told me when you were watching my video that one night when I was on with Crash, you said you kept yelling, squeeze it, pinch it, squish it. To the camera.
Yeah.
I'm getting better at it though. Okay.
Okay. So now we're going to put this in here like this.
Oh wow, you be really coming up with some geometric shapes. All right.
So your roll right here is going to be pretty much flat, even with your half roll. See what I'm saying?
Putting this in here.
Yeah. So your point wants to go to your second cut. See my second cut right there? My point is right there
With the second cut.
between your second, anywhere from your second and third.
Okay. Point even with the second cut.
Yeah. Like, see, it's between my second and my third right here. Okay.
Is that good? No.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Now you're going to take your other half of your multicolored one.
The other half. Put it up under. Wow.
This one's going to go here. Now this one, every time I make this, I move this because you can move it this way, you can move it that way. It really doesn't matter where you're going to line it up.
Don't matter what you look like. It don't matter what you look like.
But when you hold it like this, we're going to make a triangle. So this is going to be your top of your triangle. So you probably want to get it like right like this. Your cuts are going to be out. Your flat end. Okay. Okay. So now let me trim mine off real quick. I probably should have trimmed it earlier, but okay, so now you have it like this. This is going to be your bottom. Wait. I got mine a little crooked. So this part right here, this is going to be your bottom of your triangle, and this is going to be your top of your triangle. So you're going to smush these together like this, and you're going to push down. So I have it again like this. These are going to be eventually be pushed together like this with the seam closed. And as I'm doing that, I'm pushing down on this part. So it makes it flat. And if you want, you can rotate it.
Let me clean my surface first.
And you squish it together. So your top of your triangle, you want, see how this is spread apart a little bit? You want it together as a point. Down here, these are going to come to a point. You want your sides all the way down.
So it's going to be an actual triangle. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, I see why you work with so much clay. That's why mine, I get like 1 or 2 items out of it and then I'm done. I don't work with enough, it looks like. All right, so my hands were a little sticky. Now I'm ready.
See, these are reduced down. Look how much cane I got.
Yeah, that is nice.
So now I'm just getting it into my,
Right here, is this supposed to be the bottom also? Is this part right here, this little edge, is that supposed to be the bottom or just these 2 pieces?
No, all 3.
All 3, okay.
Yeah. So I constantly rotate as I'm pushing, squeezing. Just make sure that I'm not pushing and squeezing on one side more than the other, so you lose your shape, and it actually starts to spread out. So I've already gained 1.5 inches, almost 1.5 inches. So see how it's made it into a triangle.
Yeah.
If you want, if you have your square block too, you can use that.
I was referring to, I thought it was going to be bigger, but it's small.
What did I do with my? I don't know where I put my square block. Oh well, it's somewhere around here. Yep, just keep rotating this, squeeze, push, get your corners nice and, nice to a point, not too much of a point, and just keep rotating it. I'm almost going to make it almost double in size, so I started at 2.5, I think. So I need to go to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as I'm doing it, it's stretching out, almost like reducing down.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta turn the air on hella high.
Now, when you're doing this, you want to make yours double what you started with.
Okay.
So mine started at 2.5 inches. Well, I'm going to make it 5. I'm going to cut my ends off. So that's what we have so far.
I have a way of being able to measure. I got this board, but I keep it up under my. It will make it easier to swim back and forth. I'm currently at 4 inches. What should we be going to?
Just double the size that you started with.
I didn't measure when I started.
Okay, now you got your corners pretty thin. So now just start pushing in the middle. Here in the middle,
Okay.
it'll start stretching it out. There you go. Rotate. 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 See how fast I'm having you rotate?
Yeah, every so many. So I'm spending too much time on one side, in other words.
Yes. And it'll go softer less. You just rotate it more often.
Okay, well that makes sense also. I turned the air up. That should help. I'm in the desert. I got to have, just like how when you live in high country, like in Denver or Portland, they always give you special cooking instructions. Like I know Rice Aroni gives special cooking instructions for if you live in higher altitudes.
Yeah.
So I just have to remember I live in the desert. I need special cooking instructions.
Okay, so I trimmed off my edges so they're nice and even.
How many inches you working with? Oh, that's a horrible question.
Enough.
What did you reduce yours?
I doubled my size.
What does that mean? Everybody doubles in size. They're playing with clay.
Because we're going to cut it in half.
What size was that? 1, 2, 3. You're at 5. Okay.
Yeah.
I would say you're at 5. Let me just prettify it and then make sure I'm at 5. I'm not at 5. All right, so after you do that, you're cutting it in half.
You trim both. Did you trim both of your ends?
I did not. Should I do that?
Yes.
Trim this end too?
Yep.
I don't like trimming the pretty end.
Just enough so it's flat because we're gonna put them together, and you want to put them together.
Put them together nicely. Okay.
Yes. So now I'm just going to take what I have. I'm going to cut it in half.
Once we cut, oh, that's right. You work from a square. I forgot about that.
Now at this point, I can continue to use both, or I can put half of it away and work with this half. But I'm going to work with both halves because I get more of a cane.
Okay.
And this part, you can put it together any way you want. It's all up to your preference on what you're going to like to see. Because you got 3 different sides to work with. I just put each side together to see what they look like. And I just go from there.
I see what you're saying.
It's all on your preference. You just keep turning it. I either like that side or this side. I think I like this one.
All right, audience, need your help. One, this is the white and gray. Two is going to be the orange center. These oranges will come together as a center.
Mm-hmm.
Or three. This would be the middle of the 4-piece. And then this would be the outside on each. 1, 2, or 3. What do you think?
So the way you have it there now, other way you want to look at it, we're going to make this into a square.
Yeah.
So where you have your fingers on your left hand, that's going to be a corner. Yeah, because we're going to make this into a square.
Everyone's saying 2. So I said this was 1,
Mm-hmm.
2. Okay. Okay.
So we got 2 1s and 2 2s.
All right. Whichever I
Oh,
choose.
I didn't see other ones. We got 3 of each.
All right. So this is 1. And I like 1 in the screen. And since I know whatever
This is-
color, I
Yeah,
like
this
white to be on the outside is what I'm gonna want. So I think since
Okay.
he's gonna be a corner, I'm gonna put the whites on the outside.
yeah.
All right, Billy, thank you. Whatever. I don't want to hold us up. Let's do this.
Okay, so now we're going to make it into a square. So how it is like, okay, this is going to be, it's like this right now, right? So I'm going to lay it down. And I'm going to turn it. And then I'm going to pull it to me. And then I'm going to twist it and push away.
Okay, so say that one more time.
Okay, so it's a diamond. I'm going to lay it flat, and I'm going to twist it. The top part is going to come, I'm going to pull it to me, and then when I flip it, I'm going to push away from me, so it makes it into a square
I see what you're saying. Okay,
without distorting.
without distorting. Yeah, that's the problem. That's why I practice so much. I think you took on how to form your lines. I think you took to that really fast and learned. I've gone online and this one Facebook group I belong to, a lot of people are like, that's the part that they struggle with, you know. And I'm
Yeah.
like, take it a little easy. He jumped in there and he did it right away. You know, so
Oh, here's my block. Now I have my block. This also helps out too. So once I get it into a square, did you get yours into a square?
not yet. I'm still debating.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go with this one. I think I like this one the most. So my colors, my lines to add match up to measure up. Okay. All right. So pull down, pull it towards me without distorting. Flip, push it
And
away.
then push away. Yes.
Without distorting. Am I pinching any particular place?
No, you're pushing and pulling. Okay, flip.
Pull back towards me. Without distorting.
Flip again.
Push away from me. Without distorting. Oh, I see the one. The line starting to form on that side. This one will be coming towards.
So where your fingertips are, you want to go to your edge and kind of push down a little bit of pressure, and pull it. Not with your palm, with your fingers.
Fingers push in, they're going in.
You're going to pull it. So you're trying to make that edge come, into a square.
Pull, push.
Kind of.
This side will push it on. Push.
So that one you're just gonna push, and then you're gonna turn it.
Back over to the turn, and this one I'm pushing.
Then you're gonna pull. Yeah, there you go. Flip it.
This one I'm pushing.
Because where you have your thumbs, that part's got to go too.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Just making sure my lines. That's the only thing I hate is when I go to cut after I've done it, and the lines don't measure. So that's what I'm working on. Yeah.
Okay, flip.
Push.
Flip. There you go.
Pull on this one. Pull towards me.
Flip.
This one is a push. So every other one.
Okay. Let me hold yours like this. Let me see. Okay, you have your square block.
Yeah, let me get my square block.
Now you can just
Start to square it off.
square it off. Yeah. And this is actually how you reduce large squares down too. As you're pushing each side, it's stretching out. It's reducing.
Hold on, where I put my block at? Just had it. And so just reducing it down. What else?
I'm just making sure it's nice and square.
I don't know where I put my block at. I don't like this block.
Smush down the ends.
That's what I have to do. Have you ever done the circles?
No.
Where you cut out the 6 triangles or the 8 triangles, depending on.
Oh, the the octagon?
Yeah, octagon. That's it.
Yes, I did do that.
Do you like those better or?
I got no preference really.
No?
So I got about 3 inches. Yep. Okay. No, also, if you don't have your block, the way to get a square, you can take each side and you can, You could squeeze it like this, your top and bottom, or on your sides, and just keep flipping.
Got a block. I just don't know where I put it. A block came with my tissue blades.
Yeah. So now I'm back at 3 inches now.
Going up and down.
Because this step, we're just making it from a triangle or a diamond into a square. Because now we're going to cut it in half again.
Okay, we're going to cut it in half again. Almost.
See your tablet?
You cannot tell me how I'm not innovative. Making it work. All the technology. Mom, you look pretty. Where are you going, Mama? You did all of that? Okay. I turned the arrow. I'm going to burn it hot. Yes, ma'am. All right. I think I'm at 3 inches also, Billy. So you're just going to cut that in half?
We're going to slice it in half again.
I'm scared, y'all. This is usually called the reveal. It's so hard in the middle. Okay. All right. I think I'm ready. I don't know, Billy. I'm scared. Here we go.
Now, this is the point that I kind of make a decision on because each time I make this, I get different shapes. I don't know what it is, but usually I'll put it back together like this again, or I'll take each half and I make it into back into a triangle on both of them, and I'll put them together again. But lately, the way that I've been doing it, I'm kind of liking this design.
Okay.
I always, make my decisions as I go. If I don't like the design, I continue on. If I end up liking the design, I start reducing it down, and then I have half of my design right here. So I'll reduce this down and cut it in half and put it on the other side.
I'm trying to. I don't know why, but mine always distorts.
On your edges? Yeah, my edges always do too.
Where did you go?
Yeah. You got 4 sides to choose from too.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at now.
Yeah. Instead of 3 sides, you got 4 sides.
I do like that though. Like you said, instead of 3 sides, you got 4. I like that a lot. I got distortion, so one moment. I like this one.
Yeah.
Because it's going to give an orange center
Exactly. Yeah.
with these on the ends, on the outsides.
Now I cut mine a little crooked.
They call me MacGyver. I am always fixing stuff, guys? I better watch. Because if I make a mistake, I will definitely. I think that's what Kerwin was saying that 1 week. So after we do this,
Now I'm just gonna reduce this down because I'm not gonna. I like my design, so I kind of like how it turned out with this side.
okay. So let's see how you reduce that. So I can
So now I'm just gonna push it together because I have a fold here between the two, so I'm just gonna get it nice, where it sticks to each other.
Okay.
And then I'm just take my block and I'm gonna keep push down and rotate.
Push down and rotate.
Now, once in a while, I'll take my ends like this and push down. This kind of helps the distortion too. Now, usually I do this for maybe 5-10 minutes or so until I notice that it's getting smaller
Okay.
and wider. And then I just start doing it with my fingers, squeezing in the middle, because when you squeeze in the middle, it's going to force it out.
Okay. So we want this ultimately going this way, the long way. Is that correct? Wanted this side growing out. If this is what we're looking at, we want more of this. Is that what the ultimate goal is? Didn't he freeze up he froze up at the wrong time, huh, guys?
Back up again.
There we go.
Okay.
J. Rob said my clay be having hot flashes.
What was your question?
I said, since this is the image that I'm wanting, am I trying to reduce it so that this side slides out?
Okay.
I'm squeezing
Hold
here
on.
at the top, and then it's growing this way.
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make
So
sure.
take your iPad or whatever you're using to flatten it.
Multi-purpose. I can't find my block. I
And just
had
push
it.
down on it
Okay.
and rotate.
Okay. I had it last night, and then I don't know. That's
Every
what happened
side.
when you hang with Lizzie.
All 4 sides.
Okay. That's what happened when you hang with Lizzie. You know.
There you go. Now you can flip it to your design side too and push down a little bit on each end. That helps this distortion too.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Let's see, I'm back at 2 inches. Try to get it to 3. Getting yours reduced down?
Yes, I'm getting it reduced.
Okay.
Pushing in from the middle and pushing out so that it reduces, pushes the clay.
Now, if you put yours down on your table,
Yeah. Put it down on the table.
the other way, you put your ends out. Yeah, like that. Turn it. It's on an angle. You want it to face your edges to face you. It's a little bit easier to go like this with your fingers and your thumbs.
Okay.
Push in the middle, and then you're gonna, as you're squeezing, you're gonna pull
Okay.
just a little bit, and then you turn it constantly. There you go. Your longer, see, that's your short end. When you turn it, that's your long end. So here you want to squeeze it a little bit more on this side than the other side. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, but I'm getting it, just squeezing it more here because this is the longer, it's wider, in other words.
Right.
Okay. And not squeeze as much when it's over here.
Right.
And obviously my lines, I don't want my lines to squeeze more when it's this way.
Now to reduce it down, I kind of squeeze more in the middle, because as you're squeezing in the middle, it's kind of pushing out, and then I just take the stuff on the, go from the center outward, because that's where you're going to get, you're reducing. Because if you just go on the outside, your middle is going to be thick, real thin. You want to be pretty much even on all sides, all the way.
Okay.
I'm back at 3 inches.
What's so funny?
J-Rob said she left for a couple seconds to go to the restroom, and she came back and you used an iPad.
I can't find my vlog. Soon as we get off the camera, it's gonna be sitting right where the last time I had it at.
Yeah.
I don't know why it does me like that, but
There you go. It's getting there.
yeah, it's squeaking out.
Because when you're pressing on it now and you're turning it, because that also, reduces it down too.
Oh, okay. See, you guys laughed at me. The power of this tablet is far-reaching, and I can turn it on and still read a book. What you doing, Billy? I know I'm catching up.
Well, that's fine. I just made mine back into 3 inches again.
Billy, you keep going from 2 to 3 inches. What's wrong?
Well, I started out at 2.5, and I just want more of a cane, so I'm cutting it down to where my pieces are 1.5 inches now.
Okay.
Now, if you want to do the octagon, hexagon, or whatever you want to call it, the 6 pieces,
I'm good.
you would stretch that out even more and cut it into 6 1-inch portions.
See what you're saying? Yeah, that
And
seems like
reducing that octagon takes forever.
yeah. I
You
know.
got 6 sides to work.
That's where all of my practice is going right now. Like, and I've been practicing with the softer clay, so I practice coping and my cheap, my the stuff that come in a clear container.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've been practicing with that. That is an oily base, but some of them, if you don't mind the oil, some of them, they reduce really nicely.
Yeah. Okay. See your end? How it's your end is kind of like sucking in right there in the middle?
Yeah.
You're pushing too much on the outside and not enough in the middle.
Okay.
Because it's actually when you're pushing on the sides, it's actually rolling in on itself.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So you want to push more in the middle and work it out.
Okay.
I just take my fingers and my thumb and I squeeze. I flip. I squeeze 3 or 4 or 5, 6 times and I flip. Constantly flipping. And that helps the ends from not distorting so much.
Okay.
And I noticed, okay, also on your flat end, you're pushing a lot here at the top.
Don't
You want
push
to push it more in the middle. Squeeze in the middle, not so much on the tips.
Okay. I've been doing that because I'm trying to get it to pick it up. Thanks, Mama. Get you.
Hi, Marie.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. Glad
How,
to see another year.
how was your holidays?
Good. Glad to see another year.
Another year.
Yours looks nice and even. You do that just by pushing in the middle?
Yeah. I use my middle fingers or my first 2 fingers and my thumb. And I squeeze and it just.
And you don't worry about the edges, in other words.
Right. Because as you're turning it and it's laying on your table, it's going to keep your edges, your corners. So I just concentrate on squeezing in the middle and kind of pulling on it a little bit. Not very much.
Y'all know I'm the MacGyver of clay. Once I figure it out.
Yeah. I tend to have a tendency to constantly flip. Squeeze, flip, squeeze, flip. I squeeze 4 or 5 times and I flip. And I flip. There you go.
Okay. And you don't ever worry about the I don't want the square to be so big, so I'm doing this also. All right. So now you're gonna cut it in half, and what's next?
Yep, because my design is just I'm replicating the other half of the design.
Did y'all hear that? You know what that means? Once he put the other half to the top half, more it is squeezing and pushing and right? I'm not too far off.
So now my original design was this, right?
Mhm.
So now I reduced it down and I cut it in half, and I got the other half of my design.
All right. And you got it to 2 inches.
So this is I'm going to keep this as my original design. And I'm going to reduce this down just like I did the last time.
So no new news. Nothing new.
I'm going to cut off my distortion on the other end. Because these I keep so I know what colors I used
And how you kind
and how I put it together. Because at this time I can actually before I reduce it down again, I will actually take and I'll cut not too thick and not too thin, 2 pieces like this. I cut that one a little bit too on an angle too much. And then this is how it's going to look when I lay it out into a sheet.
You're so brilliant, Billy. You're brilliant. I just got that.
Now, I got my parchment paper.
Yeah.
When you make I learned this. When you make a sheet, okay, hold on, let me get this noise out of the way. If you make a sheet, hold on. I don't need that big. Okay, you have your sheet that you make. Now, if you're doing a pen, you're going to have more pieces. You're going to have probably double this size, if not 1 or 2 more.
Okay.
But if you, I'll usually take the rest of what I have and I'll reduce it down. So it's like half this size. So
Okay.
I'm just taking 2 pieces right now, and I'm going to see how my design is going to look. So I put my parchment paper over the top of my sheet, and I'll roll it. Now, what the parchment paper does is it doesn't spread it out so fast, distorts. Okay, I'm just putting a little bit of pressure on it to get it even, even all the way across, going both ways. So I don't want it to distort too much. And the parchment paper helps it so it doesn't spread fast. And then I'll take it and I'll flip it over and do the other side. Just light, very, very, very light pressure. You know, your cuts are never going to be even, Steven. So that's what makes it even. So this is going to be my final design.
And then you're gonna roll that, put a few of them together, roll it onto a pin.
Right.
I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna turn
There we go.
pendant. All right, here we go with mine. Let's see if I can do a pendant. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller though.
Now, since these were the bigger pieces, I would probably make 2 cover miners out of it.
Okay. Yeah, these are huge.
Or I'll keep this also in my bag as a sample kind of thing. And I'll just take the rest of what I had and I'll reduce it down.
And then you'll do what? Put those on.
So that's what I make my sheet with. Now when I reduce it down, see this, I made these cuts really, really, really thick, a little too thick. That's why I don't have that much left.
Okay.
But I'll reduce it down enough to where I'll get a little bit more out of it. And I'll do thin cuts, and I'll take my scrap and I'll make a sheet, and I'll lay these pieces out on the sheet before I wrap it onto a pin. Well, we've been almost 2.5 hours. Wow.
Well, that's because of your expert tutelage. I'm learning. Okay, now I'm trying to just put these 2 pieces together.
And I noticed on the Kato, since it is a lot stiffer, it doesn't distort as much either.
Oh, okay.
And you can stretch, you can reduce it down more without it distorting because it is a stiffer clay.
That sounds like that would be amazing.
This one's not going to be as long. I cut a lot off. Now I've done the same process and made the 6 triangles and put those together too. I have done that. But each time I do this design, this process, it turns out different every single time.
I don't know if you guys are catching. Cool. Neat.
So I got mine down to half the size that I had it.
Let's see.
And I really didn't lose too much.
Just trying to make sure it's even it there.
So here's my final design.
Look at you. Here's my final design.
The blue does glitter. Does have glitter in the blue because it's the Galaxy blue. See, this part came over the edges a little bit. That's okay. So if I wanted to leave it like this, I would leave it the larger size.
Yeah.
But when you roll it onto a pin this large, you're going to lose a lot of your design. So when you reduce it down, you get pretty much the whole design on multiple times on a pin.
Okay. I think what I'm trying to do is to do something different, kind of show everybody what you can do with clay and some of the designs that we made. So you let me know. Pull this up. Maybe. Uncle Billy's on.
What's that?
Yeah. Tiara's. She's saying hi to you.
Hi.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.
All right. Does everybody see that?
Cool.
All right. So this is the kind of stuff that I'm trying to do. Boom. Centerpiece, either an earring with this top having the hole in it,
Uh-huh.
or take this out, brandish it, bake it, and you can tie a loop around it. It becomes a necklace that dangles down.
There you go.
Cut out a few more, and you can make matching earrings. And there you go. If anybody has an idea, you can take some scrap clay, you can roll it, or you'll see the design. I think this is probably, they call these beads. Just to give you an idea of how beads can be arranged. I hope this sticks. It's not sticking. But beads can be arranged to go in between solid pieces. Sorry, to form a bracelet. So you put the hole through the bead and you can form a bracelet. Some of the things. Some of the things that I have ideas on. Thank you, DDA. The makings for a keychain. Obviously, this would be the holder. I bought this on Amazon. It's called a findings box. And my daughter was using it to go with her. She's been crocheting, and she crocheted a bracelet. I showed it. Made crochet earrings also.
Uh-huh.
She put the findings right on the end. They snap on, and she made a couple of these. So here's her earrings that she made.
Cool.
Yeah, so those would go nice with this nice brightly colored pendant that
There
I
you
do.
go.
What do you guys think? Did I try and at least salvage? Oh, who was it? Who was it? Deanne? Deanne Hilgenbrink. They call me MacGyver. Every challenge, I have to come up with a way to go into my MacGyver box and overcome. You have to wait. If I'm doing this with Sculpey 3, can you imagine what I would do with my Primo when that's done?
Exactly.
That's going to be gorgeous. And keep in mind, I still have more of this. So make sure you guys stay tuned because there's a ton of clay here. I've never worked with this much clay at a time, so that was the challenge. And I'm not good. I'm still trying to practice my reduction. So,
Yeah.
but you gave me some great tips. I like what you said about pushing from the middle because I'm usually trying to make sure when I do reduce, I'm pulling. And I'm also worried about the sides. I've never not worried about these edges here that you were saying. Don't worry about that. They will, as long as you keep pressing against it. So those are the tips when I try and watch a video that you don't hear. You just hear them say, yeah, pinch, pinch. You know,
Yeah.
you'll consider at reduction, pinch here, pinch there. You know, so
And
those,
by using your block and pushing down, this you can also reduce it down like this.
okay.
It just takes a little bit longer, but
Where
it
do you
keeps
put your pressure when you do that? Where do you
just
find
right in the middle.
right in the middle? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Because if you press too much on one other sides, one side's going to be larger than the other. You want it evenly. But when you reduce it down like this, it just takes a little bit longer. But it's more, you keep your shape.
here we go.
When I first started, that's how I was reducing my squares down. Now, and doing my practice, I just use my fingers and I pull a little bit.
Okay. So that's great information. I like how you kept a copy of everything you work with, even your jelly roll.
Yep. Each cut, my first cut, second cut, last cut, and my jelly roll.
Your jelly rolls. I love that. That's a great idea also. Because I've had some projects that I've done where I'm really pleased with how they came out, and I didn't keep up.
Yeah, this is how I put them together. I put them in a Ziploc bag with all my cuts.
That's a good idea. Okay. See, great tips. Awesome tips.
I call it my cataloging.
That's what you have to do, though. But I really do like that.
Okay.
So that's
This
all.
one,
These are, I'm making little tiny seed beads, and you're going to see that I'll probably take this from being a brooch.
this one I still have to reduce down. It's pretty a good size. I have to reduce it down still.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
print, Arteza. You did better than I would have. I'd been at stage 2, and it would have met death by card. Tablet for the win. Thank you, Tian. Oh, my goodness. I got there in the end, guys. And if I might say so, what I thought would be horrible colors turned out to be fabulous, beautiful colors. And you know, the lesson here, can't judge a book, which is definitely what I was doing. The other lesson, waiting on Billy. You okay, Billy? Thank you, Lizzie. See, I got to hang out and have fun. I didn't reduce or do anything with Skinner blends last night like I was supposed to, and I still got to come in for the win. How about that for jewelry? Uh-oh, my beads are rolling. So I'm going to make beads with these, and I'm going to string them. Probably try and get some earrings out of these, a couple dangles, and try and make a set. If nothing else, just to kind of have a little fun with clay. And I think that this is a cute little color design. So kudos, Billy, because I probably would have never put these colors together without you having suggested. Like I said, I didn't want to step on your toes. I am drooling. Could I bribe you for a pin? Of course. She said these would make great cover minders. There's Billy.
There I am.
There you are.
I figured out what my issue was. I had my phone and my computer on the same network, so I just turned my phone on data. So
We don't want that. That's, we definitely can't.
maybe internet issues will stop.
What were you thinking? All right.
And also on this one, so I got the gray and the blue close together. I could actually put a different color in between those, a lighter color in between those two also, and did a fifth color.
Wow.
Or did a white.
Kind of brighten it up a little or so.
Yeah.
It's a good idea also.
But I do like the colors, how they went on here
Wow.
and on this one.
Look at that. And is that like a sparkle? What colors did you? I know that's your Primo.
Yes.
What color did you use?
I used fluorescent pink. That's the bright pink.
Okay.
Then I used, let's see. Fuchsia. Fuchsia?
Okay.
Fuchsia? That's another pink. That's the, this pink here is the fuchsia.
Okay.
And then granite purple, a pearl. Granite pearl is the gray.
Okay.
Sunset pearl is the sparkly one in the middle, right here.
Okay. I see that sunset pearl.
Yeah, sunset pearl. And then my blue ones were not in a wrapper, but my colors were, where's my, I think I did put them back in here. See. Oh, no, they're over here. So my dark blue was the galaxy blue with the glitter in it. And then my other one was, I think it's peacock. Yeah, peacock pearl. It's almost like the teal color.
Okay.
Yeah, peacock pearl, which is the outside of this one.
Look at you. Okay. You guys saw my color. Oh, this is called sweet potato, but it's like it looks like a pastel orange. This is green, but what is it actually called? Actually called Granny Smith green. Green. This is a pastel yellow that's called lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
That cool, refreshing drink. Yeah, how many letters? You didn't? Um, this blue was just like it was a regular Sculpey. It was so hard to condition, and it's Sculpey 3, so I was shocked. Maybe they put it in the wrong package. um, uh, gray, regular, just this light gray or medium gray, because there's like 4 different grays, and there's elephant gray, and all of this is regular Sculpey 3 gray.
Yeah.
And then I use regular, this is Sculpey 3 white. I didn't pull out any of my Primo, my Igloo for souffle, because it's Billy's challenge. I figured he was gonna outdo me. So I have resigned. If it comes to reducing,
No, it just takes a lot of practice.
we take our, it's like luck dropping in a bucket, from up on a roof. I'm taking my chances. I may win. I may have to call it quits. But this one came out really nice. I love the design. The colors, they blended well together. The design is really gorgeous. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off a few more slices. I'll probably make a couple more of these. And with the scraps, I'm making seed beads. And we will see what happens. So I will post up, but at least it's not going to waste. As I picked these colors because I didn't see me being able to put them together in any other way. So we'll see what I come
A lot
up
of
with.
times, what I do when I do this cane, I'll just pick some colors and I'll put them together. I'm like, this is gonna look like crap. And then I start doing the designs, and I'm like, oh, that actually turned out pretty nice.
How many times have you done this cane?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 times.
So you see that, guys? That's 6 or 7 times. This is once. What?
And you're using a softer clay.
That is true. Also, I'm using a softer clay, so I'm not so bad at my clay making. I don't want you guys thinking, why does Tia even bother?
No.
You guys see me doing these challenges? It's the first time I've ever even encountered the technique. And on top of that, like he said, I'm using a much softer clay. I didn't know what I didn't know. And so when I first got started, obviously I have a lot of the clear container clay, and I bought a ton of Sculpey 3, which is, in my opinion, is softer than even a clear container clay, because they have an oil base and they're kind of firm. The only thing about those cheaper clays that come in, they're just oil based. If you set them down, they will retain their shape. They don't distort. Sculpey 3 distorts. And so it's almost, even though it costs a little bit more, it's almost the worst clay. But I bought so much of it, I got to use it.
There you go.
So,
Hi, Ruby Q. Hi, Nano.
Hi, Ruby Q. Hi, Nana.
Ellen.
So I feel like, this came out really well, considering I've never done this and you've done it 6 or 7 times. I don't feel so bad now.
And each time I do it, I get a different pattern too.
I heard that in cane making, good luck trying to ever get the same exact cane. Even if you all at the same time, I heard that it is hard to replicate your cane.
Yes.
So that's not a bad thing. That's supposed to be how it works. Lisa Bradley says, it's fine, Tia. Reminds me of daffodils and bluebells. Oh, that's a good way to look at it. I think it does too, guys, just so you can see. Daffodils, bluebells, these do look like bluebells. And then when you put it down on a flower, obviously this is going to make a pretty nice, I don't know what that is. Tiara? I think my daughter fell. I don't know what is going on with her. It's like the older she gets, the more she reverts. But she fell the other day. She jumped up so fast that I told my mom I think she could have hurt herself. She was fooling around You know how you're singing and you're just dancing, fooling around,
Yeah.
singing, and next thing you know, she tripped over. We have hassocks that you can put your feet up on. She tripped over a hassock, fell flat on her butt, and she got embarrassed and jumped up. So that's what I think I just heard again, another fall.
Oh.
Yeah, so it is what it is. But just for some of the new people that came in, this is what my design looked like after I cookie cuttered it. I had a square like Billy's, and then I brandished this is what they call brandish. When you put this over, the parchment paper over, and you rub it, it smooths out the edges.
Yeah.
So that when it's baked, for me, it's less sanding.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So then I cookie cuttered, I put the center in, and then with the rest, I'm making beads. So I feel like I salvaged it, and I think the project came out an A+ thumbs up. There we go.
2
I
thumbs
would
up.
love to see how you lay that on a pin. That's going to be interesting. And then you're going to make matching cover minders. I really think that's a great
Yeah.
idea. A
This
pin-
one I'll probably, I don't know if I'm going to keep this one and use it as a pattern or make it and do a couple small cover minders out of it, just round ones. And then my scrap, I roll it into a ball and flatten it out. And that's what I made here, a pretty large cover minder.
Look at that. And I can see the glitter.
Yeah.
So I guess I could do that with mine. That'll be nice.
And then the rest of my scrap here, I'll probably do the same thing.
And so this was one of my first cuts. What? Yeah, it was the first cut after I pieced it.
Yes.
Here's my jelly roll. Each end. Jelly roll. So I did keep some cuts. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
These ones right here, I had already started to kind of twist together. But I understand. I see what you mean when you say you keep the items and things. This
Yeah.
one, that shows me how I pieced them together. So that's a good one to keep also. Hi, Helen. How are you?
I'm gonna be also be working on one of my own designs.
Oh, you coming up with your own? Are you doing like the paper? I seen some lady. She gets a paper, and she creates from the paper, recreates, and then she takes a mirror, and when she takes a mirror, it reflects and shows what that particular design will look like. Once she reduces and turns it into a square. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I saw that. I thought that was pretty neat. If I could ever figure out what she did, just it looked good in the 2 minutes. You did a 2-minute video. I guess, she didn't want to give us all her tips. I don't blame her on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a couple of different shapes, rounds, little triangles, rectangles, different colors, and just build a cane from there. Put them together as I go.
I'm going to try this a couple more times. I really think that this is cute. And I'm normally working from the round. And I've done a lot of where you sculpt it, how we did the Santa, and how we did the snowflake cane and things. I've done a lot of those where you kind of sculpt the idea out, squeeze it together. And I always reduce it down into a round cane because I'm slicing it off and putting it on a pen.
I still have my one of my snowflakes.
That came out nice. Look at that. See? So save it, and come September, October, slice it up. Uh, you can make pendants, pins. It's a good idea.
Yep.
And
You
so,
want
what are
to
those
see?
containers you're putting? Is that what are those containers you're putting everything in?
Oh, these are just containers I got from AliExpress.
The ones you were telling me about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you. So handy.
These
After
are all baked. They just need to be sanded and glazed.
a couple of those where I need the sand and glaze. Your snowflakes are gorgeous. Is that the reverse where you put the white on the outside instead of the blue?
No, it just happened that way. This
Okay.
is Sculpey 3.
So it distorted, but it still came out nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then this is one of my second rows.
Oh, I can see the sparkle. So you're using, is that mica? Glitter?
No, this is the glitter in the clay.
For real? Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. There's another rose that I did.
I've only done the one rose. I did get a lot of compliments on it, but it took me a long time because I did the Skinner blended the leaves and then gave the leaves various sizes
Yeah.
and then sliced them and placed them under the rose. And
So this was okay. This is my very, very, very first rose ever.
wow.
It's got a lot of translucent on the edge.
I see
And this
that.
is my second.
That is gorgeous with that glitter.
Yeah. But I did get from Arteza. I don't know if you saw this, but I got the 60 mica powders.
No, I did not know that you were. Oh my goodness! Have you used them?
Not yet.
Oh,
They're just little bottles, but these last for a while.
yeah, they're probably gonna last for a long while. And they all have. Do they have a glimmer, like a glittery shimmer, or?
Yeah.
Oh wow! That right there. Nana said, "You've come a long way, Billy." Ooh, pull that blue back up. That was gorgeous.
This one?
Oh wow! Yeah, that is gorgeous. Remember when you were doing the pen and the one that J. Rob used? Oh, that glitter is gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I love it. I still have
Yeah, I made a pen out of these two mica powders. I just used translucent and I painted with these. They turned out really, really nice.
Yeah, that's what J. Rob, she had used. Are you serious? You're not going to focus on this? And you can see the glitter so gorgeous.
Uh-huh.
And I sit and I look at this all the time. But one day I'm gonna feel practiced enough to add glitter and things. Yeah, Helen, that one, DP Addiction Adventure she made for me, that's J. Rob. And she paid attention to the glitter portion. I didn't pay attention to the glitter because my job was to roll the clay. I was the clay roller. And so I don't know how to add the glitter.
What we did is we just sprinkled it with either with your fingers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you do the design after, or you're done after you sprinkle it?
I think she added her glitter before the jelly roll.
She added it before the jelly roll. Okay.
I think so. I can't.
That's the part that I'm struggling with.
Yeah.
So, oh, thank you, Nana. I've been practicing. Definitely been practicing. I know I do the most trash talking. Perhaps if I quit talking trash and I started actually practicing, I'd be where Billy is. Billy's trying different things. I haven't, and his clay came in before mine. I was waiting on other things like diamond paintings. And then I said, yeah, I better go ahead and get some more clay because I only had a little bit. And so there's J Rob. She said she added it through, sprinkle, and then she kneaded it in. So she kneaded it in.
Yeah.
So sprinkle it on and knead it in. All right. So I'm loving that blue and yellow cane. Now this right here, that's mine. Is that the one you're talking about? Or are you talking about Billy's? Something he did. Oh, I don't have any kits prepared. What I went through this week was to get all of my scrap clay and try and just blend them down. I was tired if I wasn't using it. So this was my what did I call my soul man Santa? That's what he turned out to. The rest of I forget what this is, but this is like a light purple with a hint of blue. Here's something I tried to work on, but I didn't have enough clay. So I guess now that I know how to squeeze it down and then flip the other end up. I do have the, this started off a triangle, so I do still have the triangle that from there. But my goal was go through all of these practice sessions. I have a ton of practice sessions. I'm just practicing stuff and figure out what you're going to do with them. This was some of the clay that I got from, and I see why you gotta really know how to pick your clay colors because these are kind of worn. This is a blue, a pink, a purple, a silver, and a black. But this is from
wow, those are pretty colors too.
Yeah, it's from one of these. And so see what I mean when I say they don't distort much? They don't distort, but there's an oil base. So what I normally do after I put stuff together, I just let them sit.
Yeah.
And I go back to them. So I'm waiting to go back. This right here is a project that's going to hell. So I was trying to work with my extruder. I'm done. My hands hurt. So it's going to be a minute before I can finish this. Also made with some of the cheaper clay. So you have to let it sit. I don't know if it's going to go in, but maybe it'll show the oil base to it. It doesn't distort much though. It's just got an oil base. It's kind of sticky. So
yeah.
But like I said, I think I prefer it to Sculpey 3. Here's the one. Here's the flower cane. It's just a little piece because I used it, but this was what I call my labor of love. You see those leaves, the green leaves?
Yep.
Each one of those leaves were different sizes. They were canes that got reduced down. So that's like 7 canes under one rose cane. And then I squeezed all of them into one long cane and then put the black outline around it. So in case that was a lot of work because like I said, that's not just a bunch of the green canes, just it was all different sizes.
Right.
So I don't know if I'll be doing that one. I don't even know what I was trying. Here's the this right here. So this one right here started as this right here.
Okay.
And I left this. Like I said, I've only ever worked in triangles. So here's a piece that's been cut off. And then I was, trying to formulate, sorry about that, trying to formulate how I'm going to put them. And I, put two pieces together. After I put two pieces together, I cut them in half and then put the sides together.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at, because I don't work this. I usually work with 6 of these or 8 of these triangles, and then it makes it easier to go from a hexagon into a circle. And so then I take the circle, reduce that down, and that's where you see me with the round pieces that I put on pins.
Mm-hmm.
So this was different, trying to work in a square. I tried to get a head start and work, in squares, but practice makes perfect.
Right. Yeah. I like square and triangle the most than rounds, because rounds it distorts too much on me.
Oh, wow. Well,
Maybe I'm just pressing too hard and rolling it too fast. But so far I'm liking the square and the triangles.
I do. I think I like the square a lot. And like I said, I've only really ever had experience with the triangles. I put the 6 together, or I've done the 8 also. And, you do the 4 and you cut it in half and flip the 4 up. And
Right. Yeah.
So, but it's like I said, it works easier because it doesn't take much to get it into a round from that point.
Right.
Never work with, this is really nice trying to work with squares. I like this a lot. Good lesson, Julie. This was a great lesson. Yes. I like it when I learn something that I can take back to my practice.
Yes.
You didn't see that, Billy. So what is your plans for the rest of today?
Not really too much plans. Probably go to the store and do some grocery shopping a little bit. My roommate wants me to go to the desert with her and her brother. I don't know if I'm going to go.
Sounds like fun. Don't get in trouble, because I know you guys are under ordinance there.
Yeah.
Well, that's about all that I have. Everything that I have came out nice. There's been sometimes when we've done the show and I've been disappointed and I've been upset, and this isn't one. I'm excited. So, yeah, my next one is I'm gonna actually reduce this down just a little bit more. I think I'm gonna make a second one of these necklaces, and maybe me and my daughter will have a matching necklace, or you never know.
What the hell is that?
That's me, boo. Can you hear me? Took away my background singers.
Oh my goodness.
You guys are both very talented. Oh, thank you. Your blue, black, and pink looks like a panda bear.
Boy, I'm a mess today.
This one looks like a panda bear. That turned out very pretty, Tia. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, I also have learned when you take your scrap, it's called a scruple, or something like that. You take your scrap and you just chop it into small pieces.
Yeah, before.
Put it layered in onto a sheet. You do 3 or 4 layers, and you just make it into a block, and you reduce it down. You cut it. It's kind of hard to explain, but after you get it all layered up, you trim it down. You cut it in half. It's like a big block, like about this size.
Mm-hmm.
And then you cut it in half, so it's like this big. and then you cut it in half again, so you have a square block this big.
Okay.
And then you just slice it and you roll it out, and you can roll it onto a pin. I can't find the pin that I made from it. Because I did one, I can't find the pin.
That sounds fun.
I think I mailed it out in my giveaway.
You gonna mail it out in your giveaway?
No, I think I mailed it out in one of my last giveaway.
Oh, I've never won one of your giveaway items. I'm gonna have to compete. Filled out that form for nothing.
Because I have a lot of scrap, so I'm going to make more of those.
That's a good idea, also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure as we come into the new year, there's going to be some fun, fundraising opportunities. So I look forward to being as creative as possible so I can give everyone the opportunity to bid on some of my creativity. Yeah. What about you, Billy? Are you are you doing any collabs? Anything coming up? Can't hear you. Nope. I can read lips though really well, apparently. There you are.
Okay. How about now?
I can hear you. Do you have any collabs coming up?
No?
We should do one. We should do the zaniest things in America.
Yeah, I turned my phone off because it's driving me crazy. So I have nothing planned except for I'm doing my heaven and earth designs.
That sounds like
Canvas.
That sounds like that's going to be fun and challenging all at the same time.
Yeah. But no collabs up so far yet.
We'll talk. We'll have fun. I would like, you know what I would like to see in the new year? You know how everybody did the Chubby Bunny challenge?
Yeah.
I would love to see everyone do like some sort of, zany, this month's zany challenge. And then everyone, you heard it here first. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to post it to the community and give everyone the opportunity to compete in the month's challenge. And it'll be.
Oh, I am working on the get up dance.
Yeah.
And the other one, the biker shuffle.
You gonna do the whole thing, the whole song?
Yeah, both of them.
You know how to dance, so that's not gonna really. It's just gonna be a cute video because you already know how to dance. We want to see people who don't know how to dance.
Yeah, I just have to learn the steps. How I learn the line dances. I learn the steps, and then I practice and practice until I get the steps down, and then I put it to music, and then I just keep practicing until I can do it without thinking about it.
Wow.
Because the more you think about it, the more you mess up. So I like to do a lot of practice.
Danielle says, okay, Tia, you have clay out the way for today. Now, did you fill in your planner? Did you crochet your tent blanket? I have not. I'm going to be printing off some new stickers. So I saw you in one of your videos pull out your planner, Billy. That's why you got so many stickers. And you were like, well, let me pull this out. Let me see what I'm going to do. And so I couldn't find a lot of male-oriented stickers. You know what I mean? So if you got some in there, girl look cute, and she got her little Chanel bag, own it. That's all I'm going to say. Own it. Put it in your planner. It's fun. I got you some pink things, own it.
Yeah, J. Rob's asking if I'm going to teach everybody how to do line dances in June.
I thought you said you were. You were up for that if we wanted to.
Do you want easy ones? You want medium ones?
Listen, You know, we don't want to be stumbling over each other, getting hurt. You got to check everybody's level of rhythm.
Yeah.
We all don't have the same rhythm level. We can't compete with what's easy to you may not be easy to so, but I do want a dance lesson. Me and Danielle, not Danielle, me and Deanne. Sorry, Danielle. I got you on. Me and Deanne, we're going to come to you first, and then we're going to do the shoulder roll challenge. Yeah, we're going to do that. So there we have it.
You just got to do the hips and the shoulders.
Now you're doing too much. You know, you're doing easy. Might be drunk. So we know that there's going to be drinking. You can't give us too many steps.
No, I have one in mind. It's really, really easy. It's one of the first ones I ever learned. It's really,
Okay.
really easy. It's fun. It's upbeat.
Is there a girl's part and a guy's part?
No, it's just regular line names. Everybody stays in the line.
That's good, because that's where it starts to get a little tricky for me.
Yeah.
I
I
think I
can
told
teach two-step. I can teach a waltz, couples two-step. I can do that. You know, I do the Texas two-step. There's our different two-steps. I do the Texas two-step. So
whichever you think I would be able to grasp.
yeah,
Can't have my partner. Gotta be easy for Deanne as well as easy for me. So can't have her looking better than me. We got to shoulder roll at the same time. I can shake my butt. That's all I can do, though, because it kind of does it on its own. So, but other than that, I'm up for the lesson.
yeah. So I'm gonna probably cut it here because we got about 20 minutes before Nana goes up on her live. I know she's at 2:00 our time. It's 4:00 her time. So she might already be live already. I don't know. She's at 3 or 4 o'clock. So. And I got to go to the bathroom. a lot of coffee. So I'm going to say thanks everybody for coming and joining Tia and I in this great clay adventure. I'm glad she got some lessons here and there. I didn't know this, we were going to do a tutorial. We were just going to do clay together, but we had fun. Did you have fun, Tia? I had a blast.
I had so much fun. It was a tutorial. I learned a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome. I learned as I go. I do watch a lot of videos. I take techniques here and there, and I kind of piece them together and put it into my own perspective. So it's just repeat and grow, right?
Yeah.
Water, like your plants, water and they grow.
I'm
So I
learning.
thank for everybody for coming and stopping in on this great New Year's Day. I hope everybody's Christmas was good. The New Year's Eve was wonderful. I hope your New Year's Day goes well with everybody. See, tomorrow is Saturday. I'm going to try to get my clay video finished tonight and edited and up for tomorrow. Sunday is friend mail. Monday is my next week's upcoming schedule. I may do a whip and cat on Monday. So, busy weekend.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
Mm-hmm. So, we're going to go ahead and say bye, everybody. Have a great weekend.